Welcome to Dr. Star Tarot. This reading is for the collective and it's for July 2025, and this is for Capricorn. I'm going to do a cross of truth spread for you, and I'm using the Light Seers Tarot for these readings. We're going to look at the energy surrounding you, what you need to let go of or what you need less of, or what's in the past, what's in the future, what you need to take forward or what you need more of. What's the biggest challenge for Capricorn right now? And what's your blessing? What's blessing Capricorn now? Okay. So in the middle we've got the Nine of Swords. Okay. This is the energy surrounding you at the moment. Anxiety, sleepless nights, overthinking. Need for rest and respite, and just too much anguish, too many things to think about. What do you need to let go of? The Magician, he's in reverse. Okay. Normally when he's in the upright, this is like full of potential and possibilities. Here, this is kind of slippery energy, I get the feeling. I think it's being careful that you're not manifest, because this for me is also about manifesting. Okay. Now then, because he's in the reverse, he, she, the Magician's in the reverse. Okay. I think this is playing with things. Let go of I think you're manifesting something here that might not be what you anticipate, not what you hope for. You might not get the result that you wanted, okay? So I think if you're focusing your energy on something, be very careful that you're focusing on something that's going to be tangible, fulfilling, and not something that's. Don't let your imagination run away with you. Okay, I think this is a very slippery. In fact, I'm going to have a look in my book, because I just get a feeling of something. You might manifest something you don't want here. Have a look in my tiny little guidebook. Magician in reverse. I don't always read reversals, but when they're major arcana, I do like to. Trickery and deception. Okay. Be careful in whom you place your trust. Okay. So, this is what you need to let go of. Put it behind you. Okay. What's in the future? What do you need to take forward? Knight of Wands. Okay. Nice fiery energy. This Knight of Wands has got there are 4 wands here, okay, which is a portal. This is something new happening, and it's exciting and fast moving, okay? So I think that this Nine of Swords, sleepless nights and anxiety may be tied up with this tricky energy that's around you, something that you maybe unconsciously, subconsciously, or unwittingly manifested something that sort of seems to be like magical and special, However, it's in the reverse, so some trickery, something slippery. I get the feeling of slippery energy here. There's like a whirlpool here as well that you kind of, I feel like you may be getting sucked into something that's like really almost like a whirlpool or a sinkhole where you've been drawn into something that perhaps isn't in your best interests, okay? But you've got this in your future, the Knight of Wands, which is also fiery, passionate energy. And I just feel this is really, really lovely. There's a new beginning here, or a portal, or sometimes it's a card indicates marriage, okay? But what's your challenge? Let's have a look at your challenge. Oh, look at that. Your challenge is the Fool, okay? Making a new start, letting go of what's familiar, jumping into, just taking a leap of faith into the unknown, okay? Stop waiting for everything to be right, just go for it and trust that you'll have a soft landing, that spirit has your back. Okay, your challenge is to accept that, just go for it. Stop worrying, stop overthinking, okay? Yeah, what's your blessing? You've got the Three of Pentacles, okay? Teamwork and support, okay? You know what? You take this leap of faith, somebody's going to be there to help you. Someone's guiding you. Look at him. This person's kind of supervising, making sure that they do everything right, okay? For me, this is about your higher power, your inner being, your like a mentor, supervisor, but for me, it's about your inner being, inner strength. But working in a team, somebody's there to help you. You're not going to... You know what, you're taking a leap of faith, but you're not going to be doing it by yourself. Someone's there to help you. And look at this in the future. I love this for you, Capricorn, okay? Just watch out for this slippery energy, that you don't get sucked in, or turn it round to your advantage, okay? But remember, this is what you need to let go of. So, yeah. I think the future is really bright. So let's take an oracle card for you. I say it's bright if you're prepared to take that leap of faith, okay? Yeah, do something different outside your comfort zone. So, what's the oracle got? What message have we got for Capricorn? Okay. Never-ending story. Okay. I think this is when you keep going over the same ground. You're never getting a resolution. You're never actually making any changes. This is like overthinking, being caught up in your own thoughts. Shall I, shan't I, what if? But you're not getting anywhere. You're just sitting on this. And you know what? Eventually time will run out. You're not going to, things are never going to happen if you don't actually take this leap of faith, which is your big challenge. Okay, I'm going to read from the book. But yeah, for me, is don't leave it too late. Okay, stop going round in circles. Look at the circles here. Stop going round in circles. Okay, the book, number 37. Self-criticism, the wounded ego, unnecessary drama. Okay. Yeah, I think be very careful. You know, one of the things I do say is don't be a cheerleader for your own shortcomings. Don't tell everybody else your faults, because then they'll believe it. You know, if you tell people, "Oh, I'm useless at that," they're gonna believe you are, whether you are or you're not. Yeah, so this is a story woven through the imperfect fabric of life. Look at them; they're weaving here. That tells of hurt and loss, rejection, humiliation, self-loathing and arrogance, and all manner of suffering born of unnecessary drama. It's the old story whose refrain is that you cannot do this, you mustn't go there, you shouldn't say that, because your world might come crumbling down. Today, know that none of this is true. The sky is not falling. The voice you hear is just a small, scared, conditioned part of you that got stuck in a lie and wants to protect you and needs to be seen as a victim. Love that lost piece of you, because fear is all it knows. That might be this energy here. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is. This is the energy that you're creating this kind of false impression of yourself that you're believing in. Okay, this kind of victim thing, you need to turn that around and manifest the good stuff, manifest this fool energy here. Okay, so love that lost piece of you. Fear is all it knows. Distorted guidance is preventing you from being true to yourself. You are not your story, and the narrator is simply the voice of your fearful part, small and vulnerable and easily soothed. Okay, I'm also going to read the relationship message, which is sometimes your heart enters into a contract with another that results in pain, not because of abuse or neglect, but for other more complex reasons. Shame, fear of intimacy, and low self-esteem are the greatest challenges to the success of a relationship. Consider how valuable this knowledge is, however. Right now you have an opportunity for important healing, but you must reflect on the stories you weave about love, connection, abandonment, rejection, and loneliness. Not only do you need to begin a new story, you need to forgive yourself for telling yourself the old ones. Have compassion for the part of you that believes all of those narratives. None of them were ever true anyway. Okay? And then I'm going to read the protection message. Okay? Now is the time to avoid drama at all costs, especially when it comes to other people's stuff. Your sensitivity is on overload these days, and you're best served by keeping your distance. Your mantra today is not my circus, not my monkeys. All this drama will pass and you will carry on unscathed and blameless. Okay, I love that for you. Okay, learn to love yourself. Let go of this story that you've woven, that you've told yourself. Trust in your higher power, that if you let go and let go of all of this previous conditioning, whatever, thoughts about yourself, stop hanging on to your old beliefs and old ways of thinking. You've got this like just gorgeous energy here in the future. So that's what I've got for you, Capricorn. Please leave me a comment, and if this reading resonates, can you give me a thumbs up? And if you haven't already, if you would subscribe, that would be wonderful. And thank you for being here. I appreciate you all so much. Take care. Bye.